he outside, he not happy. I'm outside and not happy. So that was the whole, process of okay. I'm sorry. Why your feelings be hurt like that? Okay. You're crying.
Fans have grown increasingly worried after Chrisean Rock was spotted with her nearly 2-year-old son, Christian Jesus Porter, who at his age still cannot walk, speak, or hold his head up on his own. Concerns about his development aren't new. In fact, whispers started long ago, often linking Christian's behavior during pregnancy to the delays. Still, she appears reluctant to face the seriousness of the matter, often brushing off concerns with denial or deflection. The unease began from the moment she first introduced her son. One video in particular drew strong reactions. Cradling her 4-month-old, she tearfully expressed her joy in becoming a mom and praised his intelligence. But viewers saw something else: a baby with no head control, no coordination, and vocalizations that were more alarming than sweet. For many, it hinted at a possible underlying medical issue. One concerned viewer said Christian seems deep in denial. Her son, they noted, is missing important milestones. At his age, he should be lifting his head and chest during tummy time. He doesn't. He doesn't smile or coo. According to Christian, he only reacts to her scent and the smell of weed. He continues making sharp, cat-like noises and shows no sign of hand-eye coordination. It's starting to feel like she reads online criticism and tries to spin it, saying things like, "He's so smart." But he's displaying signs typical of a newborn, not a child approaching 2. Despite this, her supporters quickly jump in to defend her, claiming nothing's wrong. Others argue that even if something is off, it could be genetic. Some criticize people online for acting like doctors without credentials. They point out that most people judging the situation have only seen short clips and don't truly know her. Plenty of parents raise children with special needs, and many times, it has nothing to do with drug or alcohol use. Yet, the rumors of substance use during her pregnancy aren't just internet gossip. There's actual evidence suggesting she drank and smoked while pregnant. Even Blueface, believed to be the child's father, has publicly expressed his concerns. In one post, he said, "My son isn't healthy because she drank, smoked, and got hit her whole pregnancy. She couldn't take even 1 month off." The internet quickly picked up on this, linking the baby's issues to possible medical conditions. Some speculate the child might have Cri-du-chat syndrome or fetal alcohol syndrome. His odd crying sounds suggest pain or discomfort. Concerns ramped up during an Instagram Live where Christian defended her face tattoo of Blueface. In the background, viewers couldn't ignore her son's constant cries, sounding like he was struggling to breathe. One mother even commented, "I've never heard a baby cry like that." But Christian didn't stop the stream. She kept defending her tattoo. It's hard to believe, but even before the baby was born, Charleston White predicted something was wrong. He publicly bet $5,000 that the child wouldn't survive, and another $2,000 that he'd be autistic if he did. As brutal and harsh as those words seemed at the time, now some are wondering if he may have been right.
Blueface and Chrisean Rock have a baby. Let's start making bets now. Come on now, I'm calling. I got $5,000 that Chrisean Rock and Blueface have a baby. Baby gonna be dumb in the. They not gonna have a healthy baby. I got on it right now. I got $2,000. I got a side bet that the baby don't make it. I got a $2,000 side bet that they baby don't make it. I who wanna bet? If it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be autistic. Or if it ain't be autistic, it's gonna be a mute baby.
Juan began posting live videos that included Junior, and it didn't take long for viewers to start making observations. Many began drawing visual comparisons between the child's features and those commonly associated with fetal alcohol syndrome. They pointed out details like his small head, narrow eye openings, a low nasal bridge, and perhaps most alarming, his low birth weight, delayed growth, and signs of possible speech and vision issues. These concerns could explain the baby's frequent high-pitched screech-like cries. When it comes to his vision, some viewers have even suggested that Chrisean Jr. might be blind, referencing his fixed stare and lack of eye movement. Still, it's important to note that none of these theories have been confirmed by any medical professionals. At this point, it all remains speculation. Chrisean has consistently pushed back against the claims, dismissing them as nothing more than online gossip. In her view, her son's behaviors are just typical for a baby his age.
Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with, and what he look like, and what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that? So I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this, bro. You know why? Cause all the glory to God, bro. Like, they're gonna be looking real stupid.
A new video of Junior has started circulating, and with it, concerns about his development have resurfaced. It's important to remember that this child is approaching 2 years old. A simple online search will tell you that by this age, a child should be able to recognize familiar objects, follow simple directions like pick up the toy, walk and run with some balance, attempt climbing stairs, and even start stringing together basic 2-word sentences. But this latest clip of Junior has sparked serious alarm once again. So how does Chrisean respond to the ongoing criticism? She continues to insist that her son is perfectly fine. However, not everyone agrees. One frustrated viewer commented that Chrisean Rock makes them angry because, in their eyes, her child clearly needs early medical intervention. But acknowledging that would require her to admit to the harmful choices she made during her pregnancy. And that, the commenter said, is something she seems unwilling to do. They argued that this refusal to take responsibility is the real issue. Blueface has also weighed in, frequently calling Chrisean an unfit mother. He particularly criticized her over Junior's hernia surgery, claiming she kept delaying the procedure to focus on her own interests. Still, it's worth noting that Chrisean isn't the only one facing criticism here. Many are questioning why Blueface chose to publicly reveal their son's medical condition on social media in the first place, seemingly using it to shame Chrisean rather than prioritizing the child's well-being.
Of the hernia, because that blew the internet up.
It was taking too long. It was taking too long.
What was?
The hernia.
For her to get care.
Yeah, it was taking way too long. I wasn't notified until maybe a week after she had the baby, and then I'm telling her like, how she sent me the picture, and I'm looking like, how was this okay for you? Like,
when he posted that, I didn't look at the photo because
Put my feet up there.
you sent him the photo because what? Like, explain.
This is his son, y'all. I'm like, he texted my phone about, you doing this, little baby. I'm like, bro, your son is about to go under anesthesia for a big hernia. Can I just at least get a little bit, like, do you care about our son's life right now, bro? Like, this is what it looks like. I'm not capping.
Blueface's mother, Chrisean, recently opened up about her heartbreak over her grandson's condition. She shared that the first time she saw him, she couldn't tell if he was actually looking at her or just staring off into space, raising serious concerns about his vision. "It broke my heart," she said. "That was the first time I saw it, and it crushed me a little." Despite her pain, she made it clear she loves all her grandchildren, no matter what their challenges are. But when she saw Junior in that restaurant and couldn't tell where he was looking, she admitted it genuinely hurt. Still, she reminded herself that as long as he can laugh, cry, and smile, he can still bring joy. Meanwhile, people online are pleading for Junior to get the proper care he needs, especially since it's now been confirmed that he is blind in both eyes, a fact verified by Chrisean herself. She said she had to rewatch the restaurant video where Chrisean was trying to feed him mashed potatoes. The baby wasn't reaching for the spoon or even opening his mouth. Now it makes sense. He couldn't see it. He wasn't blinking or tracking anything, just staring blankly. It was heartbreaking. Everyone felt something was wrong. While Chrisean once vaguely mentioned a syndrome that causes cat-like crying, she never confirmed anything specific. It's Chrisean who's been upfront about the truth. The situation has left many feeling for the child, especially given Christian's past behavior. Her drug and alcohol use during pregnancy was seen on her show and in public. Denial seems to run deep. The child appears frail, with wide-set, unblinking eyes and a stillness that alarms viewers. He clearly needs physical therapy and medical support, but his mother has yet to face that reality. Christian insists things will improve with time, but professionals would say otherwise. The signs will only become more pronounced as he grows. As if that weren't enough, there's more to the story. Christian had a fallout with her best friend, Marsh, who looked after Junior while she was in jail. Marsh wanted to take him to the hospital due to his condition, but Christian was furious when she found out. In leaked texts, Marsh explained that she had agreed to watch Junior under the promise of support, but days passed and nothing came. No money, no supplies. Junior had only the clothes on his back. No milk, no bottles, no blanket, not even a car seat. Marsh tried to cover what she could, but she had her own child to care for. She felt abandoned, especially after doing so much for her friend's son. Marsh recounted how her sister offered to help, but became alarmed when Junior kept spitting up, suggesting he needed medical attention. When Christian heard about it, she reportedly lost her temper. Someone had to step in and remove Junior from Marsh's sister's care. Marsh claimed Christian seemed more concerned about hiding the baby's condition than actually helping him. She even staged photos to make it appear as though Junior was healthy for social media. Marsh said she used to keep tabs on Christian's Reddit activity, always staying up to date on what was being said. Christian would show her posts, saying things like, "They're saying he can't walk or hold himself up. I'll post a photo of him in his walker." But Marsh would respond, "Christian, he can't though." Christian's reply, "I've got to make them think he can, or they'll say it's because I was drinking. But I wasn't even drinking that much." It showed just how deep in denial she really is. She continues to avoid getting him proper care, even recently appearing at an event with Junior, who, despite being nearly 2 years old, showed no signs of typical development. He was still clearly struggling to hold his head up, a milestone most children reach long before his age. Instead of acknowledging the issue or actively seeking help, Christian has taken a different route, leaning into spirituality. She's been speaking publicly about finding God and embracing a spiritual journey, but many fans feel it's a distraction from the real issue. One viewer expressed heartbreak, saying, "This is so sad, Christian. There are literally people who could help your son." Another questioned, "Why isn't Christian in jail for what she did to her baby during pregnancy? I'm not trying to blame the baby. That's crazy. But as a mother, isn't this illegal?" More comments followed, pointing out the same concerns. Sis's baby is 20 months old and still can't talk, walk, or hold his head up. Someone needs to call social services. The public's worry has grown louder, not because they want to attack Christian, but because a child in clear need of help continues to be neglected.